Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. You got the super team of sports talk here with y'all. I'm one half of it, Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian. And I'm here with my main man, the partner in crime, the 6 foot and under post-up champ, straight from North Georgia. Tell them who you are.
What's good people? It's the other A and AA Sports, your boy Uncle Hate, broadcasting live on a Thursday, the last Thursday before the Super Bowl. We got guests coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, man? You doing all right, man?
Ain't call it.
I say ain't too much crack. We was just here 48 hours ago. But as you just alluded to, we got a big show tonight. Gonna be a little bit different from what y'all used to. Of course, we're gonna give our Super Bowl predictions. We also got our end of the season awards, such as MVP, Coach of the Year, things of that nature. We're gonna do that for the first half of the show. Then the last half of the show, we're gonna have some Patriots and some Eagles fans call in and let them go at it a little bit, talk a little trash to each other, and let us give you guys their perspective on who's supposed to win the game and win that game on Sunday. As you all know, the way we started off, we appreciate everybody joining us on the YouTube channel and checking in there. Remember to watch, like, hit that subscribe button there. Leave us some comments. We appreciate that love and support. Same thing for those of y'all that listen to us on the go on the Spreaker platform. Want to appreciate that as well. Again, remember to keep tapping those hearts. Again, leaving comments, emailing us, let us know how we're doing there. And tonight's the first half of tonight's show is brought to you in part by Distinct Finds. Remember to shop Distinct Finds on eBay for all your latest fashion trends. Also, you can use the promo code AA Sports 10 when you go to that Distinct Finds page, and that'll save you 10%. Thank us later. So, hopping right on into it. Y'all know what time it is. Yes, it's Super Bowl week. Play parties. We still letting y'all in free before 10. It's open bar. Let's get it going. So, hey, outside of drinks tonight, it's a little salt on the open bar, right?
Yeah, it's a little salt on it. This is an old one, but it keeps coming up. This is one of them type moments where all you can say is tough break, because deal with it. Arthur Blank did an interview with the New York Times, and he was saying that he was still pissed off about the Patriots using 283 diamonds in their Super Bowl ring. If you don't understand the symbolism of those 283 diamonds, they were 28-3. The Falcons were on the Patriots. And they lost the game. So hawking them down like that, they put 283 diamonds in them damn rings. So Arthur Blank said he told Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, hey man, you didn't have to do that.
I mean, my response to Arthur Blank would have been, so what? You thinking about it from your side, from your perspective. Thinking about it from the other side. I mean, that was that was the biggest and greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. So, that 28-3, that's a little bit of symbolism for us in a different way. We came back from that deficit. So, you could be salty all you want, but hey, don't blame us.
Shit, if you're going to be mad at somebody, go down there and talk to Dan Quinn. Ask him why the hell he didn't call an audible out that damn pass play. That's what you need to be mad about. He redirected his anger. That's not a good look.
Right, especially over a year later, man. It's it's a wrap. You keep saying, the organization keeps saying that, we passed it. We so past the 28-3 thing. We so tired of hearing about it. Well, why you keep bringing it up?
No, you're not. You ain't over that. Only thing gonna help them get over it, and I kind of came to this the other day. If they win the Super Bowl at home next year, they might be over.
That would be big. That would be big. That would help wash that stink off.
Okay, so Falcons, we just told you what you need to do. Win the Super Bowl next year in Atlanta. Karma might feel better.
You know what I'm saying? Arthur Blank need to start worrying about them 283 diamonds and start worrying about that 175, 80 million you're gonna have to pay Matt Ryan.
Speaking of quarterbacks, this the first topic we got. We got to go rapid fire. We got to move fast on this because we got guests coming over. Okay, we touched on this right at the end of the last show, and I was looking at the numbers today. The Redskins traded for Alex Smith. But when you look at the numbers, Alex is older, Kirk Cousins is younger, and his numbers are better. Was that $24 million? That they would rather go with the better, older and not as good player. Alex is good, don't get me wrong, but the numbers don't lie.
I mean, but numbers are numbers. That numbers don't tell the whole story. Come on now, we know that. Redskins,
but they help.
They help, but when you don't
negotiating them contracts, them numbers come up.
Okay, but at the same time, let's look at all them 5,000 yard passing seasons Drew Brees had because he had no run game. So when you have no run game and you down all the time, yeah, you got to throw.
True. But we're talking about this guy in this situation.
I mean, to me, they're the same dude.
Yeah, if they're close to being the same, but you're getting more as far as passing yards and you're getting more as far as going down the field to me. He's younger. I guess they just really didn't like him. The youth kind of sticks out to me.
No, the youth, I agree with you all. But I ain't gonna dive too far into these numbers. I mean, Kirk Cousins got more interceptions. If you want to throw yards out there, Kirk Cousins got more interceptions. So how many games did
he checks down? How you gonna throw a lot of interceptions? You going to the flat left and right? Just start throwing down the field this year. So that's an inflated number.
I mean, this is his best statistical season he's had, I think, right?
Yeah, this is his best year.
Okay.
You talking about Smith, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And we talk about him dinking and dunking. I mean, he did something. He had over 4,000 yards. Kirk Cousins only had about 50 yards more, 1 touchdown more, 8 more interceptions, and almost 10 points less on the passer rating.
All right, who do you think had better weapons this year?
They both are struggling with weapons. I'll give Alex a slight edge just because he had Kareem Hunt.
Okay, I can't even name who was the starter running back for the Redskins.
Didn't it start off as with Kelly?
Okay, so he got knocked out. Chris Thompson got hurt. Terrell Pryor got a case of the scaries.
Right.
It's just a lateral move, but it seemed like I would have went with the younger guy who already knew my system, but clearly they didn't want him.
Right, I'm not saying. Like I said, that's part of the reason too. So we can't just get hung up on the stats and whether they're the same guy, not them being younger. I mean, we got to keep in mind, Redskins obviously didn't want this dude. He didn't want to be with the Redskins. That's obvious because they couldn't come up with a deal before now. So that plays a big part into it. Were they going to franchise him for another year and pay him $35 million? Nope. And like I said, if they would have went ahead and signed him, then they kind of look crazy. Yeah. So it's just a win situation.
It's just I was looking at it today like, damn, it's like the same dude, but I guess they're really saying Kirk Cousins is going to reset this market. And I'm not too sure about that, but I know that quarterbacks have that power.
Well, I think one of the reasons he's going to reset the market is because he's been franchised. I think his salary at this point has to be to a certain number. So I don't think he can get anything less. If I was reading correctly, he can't get nothing less than 130. Well, it's not really crazy because one thing I was looking at this morning, the cap numbers from just say 3 years ago to now, the cap has went up about $50 million per team.
They got to spend the money. I get that. But
I'm not sure if they have a floor in the NFL. They probably do. But, you can pay – your quarterbacks are going to make 20 to 25 million, even the mediocre ones.
You know what? They don't have a floor. I don't believe they do.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of these teams don't spend that. The Bengals didn't spend their money for years.
Right. You're right about that. So, with the cap continuing to go up, yeah, you got a little bit more money to spread around in quarterbacks, so they going to get it.
Yeah, I find it interesting, all these teams jumping out saying he could take them over the I saw Patrick Peterson say today, he could put us over the edge. He can do that. Von Miller been saying it all week long. We're going to find out a whole lot in these coming years in regards to this cut.
I mean, Von Miller is more on the right track than Peterson is. If I'm Peterson, I'm asking who the hell is he going to throw to? Right.
But it's going to be a lot of change with Denver, too. They got it. We ain't got time for that. But yeah, was
it's a lot before we'll have plenty of time to pick predictions and all that. We got plenty of time before free agency hit the draft. So
it moves fast. But yeah, we didn't touch on that too often.
And real quick though, before we get off of that, the cornerback that they threw in, that was the part that's got a lot of people really fussing too.
Yeah.
They felt that the third round pick was already pretty much enough.
Right.
Why did you throw in what some of the team, and this coming from the team, they consider their best corner?
Yeah, that's what I hear. Because
Josh
Norman took a step back, and in today's NFL, you got to have somebody good in the slot. And this cat is young, from what I understand.
Right.
And basically, if you look at it that way, if this cat was really that good, Kansas City won that trade because Kansas City gonna save that money, which means they can go fix their defense, starting corner.
Right.
They kind of won in that regard because remember we were looking at them talking about they needed money a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they won, and I think they won the trade in all regards. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting Alex Smith off of their hands, they got a third round pick in return and probably a starting cornerback that you could put on the other side of Marcus Peters. So yeah, Washington definitely lost this trade.
I don't know what they're gonna do, and
they don't know what they're gonna do.
It's just funny because they said they didn't like that cat and they needed more from him. You let 2 1,000-yard receivers walk in the same offseason. Who does that in the same offseason?
Right. In regard to it being a lateral move, I guess they looking at the fact that, hey, Kirk got more yards, but he got more picks, and Alex has led his team to the playoffs the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Aaron Rodgers was on Mike and Wingo this morning. I haven't watched that show much since Mike left.
It's pretty good.
He said that he's miffed that Green Bay let his QB coach Alex Van Pelt walk. Well, I don't understand why he's mad at them. He said that he should have been consulted. And from what I'm seeing, Van Pelt left because he wanted to be an OC. He didn't want to be a quarterback coach no more. It's like the only thing they could have did to keep this cat was name him OC. Obviously, they didn't think he was ready for that. So, if this is public knowledge.
Right. I don't know what Aaron's talking about on that one. I mean, like you said, the man wanted to be an OC, and you guys were not going to promote him to OC. You went back and you brought back somebody you had a few years ago in Philbin. That's what they brought, right? So
he's the OC now.
Right. So I don't know what you're confused about and why you're on TV talking about it.
That seemed like he was just taking a chance to try to take a shot at the organization because they said McCarthy said this last month about dude letting his contract expire, and that's how he ended up leaving. What you mad at?
Right. And we talk about Ben and some of his comments and throwing people under the bus. Aaron Rodgers ain't far behind.
Now the only difference I feel like Ben done had more to work with than Aaron has, and Aaron been playing the good soldier all these years.
I mean,
he's still fucked up throwing him under the bus in public, but the way they've been moving, not spending no money on free agents, this cat's in his prime. They got to get it right now. I read a little bit more and put it in the notes. You look at the last 4 teams that were left. Top 10 defense in Minnesota, top 10 defense in Philly, top 10 defense in Jacksonville. We got to get better on defense, but we can even talk about it. He is putting pressure on these cats this summer, and I like it.
Yeah, sound good. He ain't going nowhere.
No, I mean, he going to get the money.
Right.
But, I mean, shit, he got to demand help at some point. You got to.
Yeah. You got to. So I guess is it a fine line? Because LeBron James asked for help and we crucify him.
But okay. That's different. This is what people always say we don't never get. We always agree. Because the difference is LeBron is going to the grocery store, buying the damn groceries, coming home, cooking the shit and saying, I don't like what came out. That's my only issue with Bron.
Do you eat the same thing every day?
Huh?
Yeah, do you eat the same food every day?
Not every day, but every week.
So the groceries we went shopping for last year, they may be spoiled for this year. We need to re-up our groceries.
True.
And if we want to beat Golden State, we need to have fresh produce.
Okay, so the only way they could possibly do that, and you're right, you're 100% right. But with contracts, the only way they could possibly do that is we tell everybody, we signing out a 3-year deal, and the team is a third option. That's the only way they can keep a
Yeah,
competitive.
no, yeah, it's definitely difficult to do in any sport. To keep teams together, keep it competitive, especially when every year you went out talking about LeBron, you went out and requested pretty much older veteran players.
Right.
And now that those dudes are even older,
right,
now you need some young guys. And I think we've talked about it a couple times on previous shows throughout the year. Andrew Wiggins will look real good.
I was just thinking that. And the funny thing is, all these years, I don't recall him ever really playing with a rookie outside of Rio.
I don't think was Rio even a rookie when he got to Miami? When Brian got to Miami? I don't think so.
They didn't draft him? Well, he was already there before Brian got there.
Yeah, Rio about to retire, right? So yeah, Rio was at Kansas. When Rio was on that Kansas team that beat North Carolina in that Final Four about 40, wasn't he?
Shit, I don't know. I know he got hurt, and that's what's messing with the timeline now. Because it seemed like he was away for a while. But point is, I just don't recall him playing with a lot of rookies. And you're right. If they were Wiggins, that's what they need right now. Some athleticism, somebody that can run.
Yeah, that's definitely what they're missing right now. So, that's what it is. That's what it is.
All right, this last topic, NFL wise, before we go to the Super Bowl and everything else. Come next Tuesday at 8:30. Will Terrell Owens and Randy Moss be Hall of Famers?
They picked Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday.
Probably not.
Both of them?
Both of them, probably not.
Damn. They gonna do that shit to Randy Moss and the Super Bowls in Minnesota?
I don't know how much that plays a part into it because the enshrinement's in Canton next year, so I don't know.
But they like him, and they're all the ESPN shit is in Minnesota this weekend. He's on TV. They like him.
Which is very true. I wonder how many of the voters gonna feel pressure though, because Randy Moss got just as much, if you want to call it baggage, as Terrell Owens does. You never had to worry about Terrell Owens quitting on the field.
But that TV time be washing that baggage away. They don't even talk about that shit with Randy Moss no more.
Right.
Players do, but
Right. I'm just wondering from the voter standpoint if they go like either we gonna put both of them in, y'all, or we just gonna leave both of them out for right now.
You know what?
They put Randy Moss in and leave Terrell Owens out.
Boy,
we're gonna try to get Terrell Owens on this show next week.
And he might do it for $500 in an Uber.
And see, and that's the thing with him too. That maybe as I'm sitting here talking about it with you, maybe you're changing my mind a little bit. But Randy Moss ain't on TV talking about it all the time.
At all.
You're saying, initially, people were having him on the show so he can tell his side. I get that, but he's still talking about it. He's still tweeting about it.
I didn't know it's been 3 years though. I thought it just been like 1 or 2.
No, I want to say this is the fourth go around, right?
I'm saying this is the 4th year.
Yeah.
Speaking of T.O., before we get off this last thing, this for you. He said he wouldn't go in as a 49er.
You blame him?
Huh?
You blame him?
I'm sorry, say again?
I said, do you blame him?
I mean, he had his best years with y'all.
Yeah, but we kicked him out the door. You remember that whole...
Everybody has.
Yeah, it was a little bit different with us. I have to refresh my memory a little bit, but it was something about his contract and
that was on his agent, from what I recall.
Right, the paperwork didn't get filed in time or something like that.
Yeah,
we could have made it right, but chose not to. And we also had the riff with Garcia, and we pretty much chose Garcia over him. So
you think he goes in?
I can understand why he's saying that.
I mean, he can't go in as an Eagle.
And that's the other thing too. I started to think about it when I saw those comments. So if you're not gonna go in as a 49er, you ain't going in as an Eagle, unless. Well, I wonder, do they let the players pick?
I believe you do pick because Dion went in as a Falcon.
Okay, well then he'll probably pick to go in as an Eagle then, because he was only with the Cowboys a year and a half.
He was with the Eagles a year and a half. It's like he was with Dallas like 2-3 years.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cluster with him anyway, but I don't know. I mean, y'all haven't welcomed him back yet. So Maybe that bridge is completely burned.
It don't matter. You ain't Dre Rice.
Yeah, this is true. Chris Carter made a good point this morning. He said if them two cats get in, they will be the third set of wide receivers who played together that went in the Hall of Fame. That's pretty dope. I ain't never thought about that.
That played at the same time.
Yeah, because Stallworth and Lynn Swan in Pittsburgh. If Moss goes in, it'll be Chris and him, and if Still goes in, him and Jerry. It's actually pretty dope. But, smooth basketball. Got a little bit with that real quick. Kevin Love broke his hand, I believe, right after we finished the other night, and he's out 6 to 8 weeks. With Kevin Love out, who the hell are they gonna blame the next 6 to 8 weeks when they lose?
Isaiah Thomas, LeBron, Ty Lue. There's enough to go.
No damn blame.
All the headlines about him.
I'm talking about like blame on the court for that shit going wrong.
Oh no, man, on the court now.
Nah, they ain't gonna beat him. But nah, it's just we're gonna see where this goes. I mean, the funny thing about it, with all this turmoil talk, they're still third.
only 6 games out of first, like 3.5 out of second.
And Boston's playing like ass right now. So
I mean, come on, people. Do we really think Boston
or Toronto
or Washington,
either one of them in 7 games,
these teams are going to beat a LeBron James-led team 4 times in a week?
It's funny. This might be a good thing. It really might be a good thing for him. He'll be fresh for the playoffs. Get pretty good at work. This might give Jay Crowder time to find a jump shot. Who knows?
He hadn't done anything this year.
I'm really surprised about that. I expected so much more from him this year.
I did too.
But shit happens. All right, James Harden. I believe this was the other night too while we were on air. James Harden had 60 points in a triple-double the other night. Is he the best offensive player in the NBA right now?
Best offensive player? Yeah, I can give him that.
I'm starting to come around to thinking that because it's that fuck shit he pulls to get to the foul line, bro, you can't breathe on him.
Yeah, I was about to say, because he's shooting 10, 12 free throws every game, at least.
At least.
You know what I'm saying? So
you're around 15, 16.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't breathe on him.
Only person I'd probably put in that same, category is Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I would give it to – I really would give it to Kevin Durant because I think he's really the better pure scorer or shooter or whatever than Harden is. But Harden's got to do more on that team than what Kevin Durant has to do on his team.
Yeah, man. The boy, 60 points in the triple-double. Good Lord. They play no defense in the NBA, people. None. Well, they play in April and May when it counts.
Right, and you know what I'm saying? They really don't. Boston plays good defense right now. The Warriors play good team defense. It's not really a whole lot of lockdown defensive teams, and that's another reason that the Cavs' defensive problems have not totally just shot them in the ass yet because nobody plays defense. That's
like I can't remember who they were playing last night. C.J. McCollum had 50 points in 3 quarters last night.
3. I think I saw somebody tweet or IG or something that at the end of the first quarter, C.J. McCollum had 29 and the Blazers had 19. No, whoever they were playing had 19. How do you let somebody score 29 points in 1 quarter, 12 minutes?
Because everybody homeboys, they was probably Snapchatting after the game like, dog, you balled. No, he got in your ass.
Putting them bunny ears on and shit.
Whatever. All right. I'm actually, this next story, I'm actually a little bit impressed. The Pelicans, they lost Boogie last Friday to that Achilles injury. He went out and made 1.5 moves with another one on the way. One or two up. Miritich, I don't like what they gave up to get him. But that's 17-6 and shooting 40% from 3. And they got a chance to sign Greg Monroe. I think they made these moves to try to show Anthony Davis, hey, we're trying. We're not giving up on the season. That's pretty solid to add 2 players of this caliber a week after losing Boogie. But next to nothing outside of them picks.
Okay, so they got Miritich, Jameer Nelson, Tony Allen. What is it?
They gave up Jameer Nelson, Tony Allen, Omar Asik, and the first and the second for Miritich. That's a whole damn lot, boy.
For Miritich?
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That right there was strictly for AD. We're trying. You gonna fuck your future for him? But anyway,
I can't even call that trying. That's just what I don't know what the hell that is.
That's throwing something out there saying we trying to stay in the playoff hunt. Because I was thinking last week when they lost Boogie, okay, I mean I think they were at 7, maybe 8. They say, well, let's just focus on the lottery. Hopefully we can get back in the lottery again, but hey, we shall see. All right. Last few NBA stories. The Knicks hate Joakim Noah so much. They are willing to attach a 2018 first round pick.
That's your team. The New York Knickerbockers.
I don't.
Nobody's taking that contract.
Hell no.
And Joakim.
Well, you know, I'm trying to think. Somebody who sucks really bad. Let's say Dallas. Dallas got the money to sit there and pay him. They ain't going nowhere. Get another pick. What's 2 more years you know you're going to suck anyway? And you get another building block.
I mean, you got. I wouldn't take not for no.
I wouldn't do
First round pick don't look at. I wouldn't do it.
Damn. I'd love to know the details of this argument he had with Jeff Hornacek. Because this must have been a pretty serious argument if they want to get him that gone.
Probably told him he sucked.
Yeah, and they said homie hadn't been playing, so, you know, hey, Phil Jackson.
That's exactly what that conversation was about. Noah was telling Jeff Hornacek, you suck, and Hornacek was telling him, you suck. And you old and can't move. And
probably like,
and you're a 1990s big man in 2018 when it's all shooters on the court.
Yeah, he's analog for real.
You didn't do Joakim Noah wood grain pager?
Boy. Okay, this last one here. Clippers were allegedly calling everybody the other night trying to trade Blake Griffin. Everybody. I hear they called Oklahoma City and offered him for Paul George straight up. Did Oklahoma have considered that? Or do they know something we don't know?
Who, Oklahoma?
Yeah. Only reason why I say consider it is the whole shit with Paul is up in the air. I have to step to him dolo like, hey, no.
Yeah, I don't know if Blake Griffin makes them any better though.
No, I'm not saying he makes them better, but you lose Paul for nothing.
But they went into this.
They knew that already.
Yeah, they went into it ready to do that. So. Yeah.
And they are playing better right now. And I don't know what Paul gonna do. I don't know what these young boys what they prioritize at this point. Maybe he really wants to be next to the beach, but
hey man, we'll worry about that in July.
You know what?
It's still snowing outside. It's still snowing outside, man.
I like the conversational pieces with this stuff sometimes. But we gotta move tonight. All right, let's go to the awards. What time is it? Oh, yeah, we gotta go. Let's run through these awards real quick. All right, I got my MVP award for the year for the NFL awards, people. I got Russell Wilson. Wasn't a sexy pick, but I believe what he had to do for Seattle is what most teams had to do. Tom Brady will probably win the award, but I really like what Russell did. He came up short against Arizona and the Savages when he needed to win, and the Rams, I believe. But I like Russell Wilson. Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, wait a minute. What just happened?
I took Russell Wilson as my MVP.
Whoa, okay. You stepping out there for real, for real.
Hey, it's my award for the year. I mean,
I see.
Tom Brady's going to win that award, but who had to do more for their team on offense than him?
So he was second. He was second for you.
Yeah, he was second for me.
Okay.
I mean, because it was tight between him and Carson Wentz. To me, I was saying that late in the season, Russell had to do more.
Yeah, I had him up there in mine too, but they didn't. They started to fall off, so I
That's what I
dropped him.
said. The last 3 games, he didn't come up for him, but shit. Look at that offensive line he's playing in front of.
Very true.
That hurts. All right, defensive player of the year, Calais Campbell. It's not many people who get signed to a big free agent deal and show up and ball that 14, but he did. So shout out to the Calais Campbell. Player of the year, I got Todd Gurley. Offensive rookie, I'm gonna go Kareem Hunt. I don't blame him for what happened during the middle of the season because Kansas City was not running the ball. They decided to put it all on Alex.
All right.
Rookie of the year, Marshawn Lattimore. I couldn't really think of another rookie that I liked. And coach of the year, I got to go with Sean McVay.
Okay. All right. Cool. Now for mine, I went Tom Brady as an MVP. I had Todd Gurley coming in second. Just for the simple fact that once Wentz dropped out, he was the front runner. And like I was just saying, to me, Russell Wilson at the end of the season, he didn't have the cape on like he did the first part of the season when they were winning them games. They started to lose those same games that they were winning.
They were getting their ass whooped.
Yeah. So I got Tom Brady with that. Honorable mention, Todd Gurley. For Coach of the Year, a couple of these awards I just kind of switched it up. I know it's supposed to be a regular season award, but the Eagles in the goddamn Super Bowl with Nick Foles. So I'm going to give mine to Doug Peterson. I'm pretty sure Sean McVay has already won, actually, the real award. But I'm going to give mine to Peterson with McVay coming in second. My Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm giving to Kamara. Honorable mention, I'll give to Kareem Hunt, Leonard Fournette, and Juju from the Steelers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I had Lattimore as well. I thought if Reuben Foster would have played more games, I think he would have been in that hunt for Defensive Player of the Year. But I'm giving that to Lattimore. I think that was pretty much hands down.
Yeah.
Lattimore. Offensive Player of the Year, I'm giving that to Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
Between the rushing yards over 1,300, another 700, almost 800 receiving with about 60 to 70 balls caught. So he had the most yards from scrimmage this year. He's getting my Offensive Player of the Year award with AB coming in with an honorable mention. Lastly, Defensive Player of the Year. I like Calais Campbell, sack master on the best defense, but I'm going to go with Aaron Donald. I think a lot of what Aaron Donald doesn't show up in the stat sheet because of because he plays that 3 technique. So he takes on a lot of double teams a lot of the times, and a lot of that stuff doesn't show up in the numbers. So I'm taking Aaron Donald on that one.
Oh, I got one more award for Todd Gurley before I get off. This here's for you, Todd Gurley. This is for you doing me dirty in my fantasy playoffs. This finger right here, Todd Gurley, he showed his ass. That boy is good, man. Todd Gurley is a solid football player, and I'm looking forward to what they do in the second year compared to what they did this first year. Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. All right, so those are our NFL award picks. Now, before we get to our guest spot, we're gonna pick our Super Bowl winners, or we're gonna wait till the guests come on.
We can do it.
All right. So, do the Eagles have a chance?
I think they got a chance, and I really want them to win. I really want to see them win. I'm not against excellence, and people say you hating when you go against Tom Brady. It's not that. I think this team has a solid chance to win this game. They got a good defensive front. New England's wide receivers, I mean, they do just enough. But I think they have a chance to win this game, and I'm going to take Philadelphia in the game.
Okay. All right. I like that. I'm taking the Patriots. I think that the coaching is gonna be the telltale sign. Just the preparation through the week, having been through this whole thing, the Super Bowl week before, it's a lot. Peterson being a first-time head coach, and if this is the first time being in the Super Bowl, how is that going to play out? I heard they had a real sloppy-ass practice yesterday.
A lot of them cats are sick, I heard. There's a flu bug floating around that team. I'm talking like some good defensive players.
And that's not good. And they up there in that 1 degree weather. And at the end of the day, I trust Tom Brady more than I trust Nick Foles. And I think Bill Belichick is going to take away Zach Ertz, and he is going to confuse Nick Foles on some things. And I think Nick Foles may have a couple costly turnovers in this game. That's going to be the difference.
I'm not, and it's like I'm taking this pick with my hater heart, not with my head, because New England should win this game. They should win it, but I want to see something different, and it may not be that way. We got some time between the guests. Have you been hearing this stuff of late? This Tom Brady is a better athlete than Michael Jordan stuff.
Oh yeah, I was hearing that last year.
It seems like it's been more prevalent lately, and I honestly don't understand why. It's two totally different sports, so how can you even compare them?
Right. I mean, you can't. Like I say, they got to have talking points. They like the conversation piece.
I mean, that shit is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jordan had to play defense and run up and down the court. Tom Brady played one side of the damn ball, and you can't touch him in most cases.
Right.
How in the hell can you compare them to? How?
Because they try to compare the GOAT of one sport with the GOAT of another sport, and like you said, you just can't do that.
I mean, you know what impressed me? Let Tom Brady go play free safety second half of the game Sunday. Let him make a pick. Then I'll be really impressed. You won't be able to tell him shit then. But one side of the ball, you can't get touched.
Yeah.
I don't understand that one.
Yeah, maybe the discussion needs to be best something else, but definitely not best athlete. Because a lot of people will argue that talent-wise, Tom Brady ain't even the best talent-wise quarterback in the league. He's in the best system. He's had the best results, but he is not the best pure quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Pure passer. So it's a lot. So as y'all saw, people, we had a guest sneak in here, so we're going to do a quick intermission right quick, get these guests situated, and we're going to come back live with some Philly and Eagles fans. No, Philly and Eagles fans. Some Patriots and Eagles fans going at it. So y'all stay tuned.
Yes, sir.
All right. So thank y'all for coming back, people. We are in the second segment of the show. This second segment is being brought to you in part tonight by Notoriously Fly. Go to Notoriously Fly on Instagram to get all your latest hip-hop fashion wear. Shop with us, shop with our boys over there, and they will do y'all just right. Also, check them out on Facebook. Again, that's Notoriously Fly on IG and Facebook. So, audience, we have one of our return guests, one of our Urban Arena affiliates from the Kane and Ice show. He usually goes by Ice Cold Eric, but tonight he's Eagle Eric for the Super Bowl. As you can see, he's got on the Eagles jacket.
That's right.
We got Eagle Eric in the building. What's up, Eagle Eric?
Hey, man, thanks for having me. I love being part of this great show. And like I said, the only thing I ask for is that you guys make more shows because I have to commute 5 days a week and not just 2. So.
Hey, man, we're glad to give you that content, man. Glad to give you that content. Appreciate you listening and showing us support as you always do. And we appreciate you checking in tonight. Our second guest tonight, representing the Patriots, is our homeboy, Drisco Ferarri. Now, as y'all remember a couple shows back, Eric, I know you probably have watched this from your memory, but Drisco Ferarri was our first annual AA Sports fantasy champion. Now, he's on the call tonight, so he didn't get a chance to cam up so he can pose with the trophy. But this is kind of y'all first interaction since the Fantasy Super Bowl. Drisco Ferarri, what's up, baby?
What's going on, everybody at AA Sports? I just want to say hello. I just want to say thank you for having me back on the show. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to live in the city of Atlanta like I used to, but I wish I was there because it would be a great honor to be on the show each and every week. But I'm glad to be here with you tonight, guys. Go Pats! Go Pats!
All right. So, Eric, start us off. Now, of course, you're the underdog, so we're going to let you go first.
You got the dog mask. I'm surprised.
Well, I couldn't talk well with it on, but I tried. I was practicing. Been working on that for 2 weeks. I couldn't get it to sound right, but we done. Been underdog the whole playoffs, so is what it is.
Right. So, Eagle Eric, tell us the listeners and Drisco Ferarri and all of Pat's Nation why they're going to go home with that L on Sunday?
All right. Well, first off, this time they won't have our playbook and won't have video, practices.
Fired early.
Fully inflated. Long Cox, and that's Chris Long and Fletcher Cox. Okay, so don't beat me out. Will destroy their offensive line, and that's going to lead to us walking away with the belts, and finally shutting up Redskin, Cowboys, and Giants fans.
All right, Eric, we got to get a little bit more technical with you. Eric, give me 2 reasons why y'all win, and give me the main reason if y'all lose that y'all lose.
All right, 2 reasons we win. All right, our defensive line is much better than the defensive line they faced last year in the Super Bowl, and you saw what the Falcons were doing to them early in the game. Our defense overall is better. And so if they couldn't block the middle of the Falcons line, imagine what Fletcher Cox is going to do.
Good point.
The second reason is I think the Eagles are going to control the clock with running the ball.
Yes.
They're going to stick to the run, even if it's only gaining a yard or 2. They're just going to keep running it down their throat to keep that offense off the field. Why we could lose? I think the Patriots may surprise everybody and focus on running the ball. And I think if they have some success with that, then I could see the Patriots winning the game. Pass happy, I like the Eagles' chances.
Well, I'm riding with you this week. Before we brought all our guests on, I took the Eagles because I'm just ready to see something different. But y'all giving up 100 yards to a rusher since Kareem Hunt?
Yeah, I've been on a good streak, But, there have been some games where some teams have had some success overall. So, like I said, if the Patriots stick with running the ball and the Eagles lose the turnover battle, I can see the Patriots winning. But I don't think that's their MO. So, I like our chances.
Drisco.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Drisco in the house. Pat Nation, baby. Pat Nation.
He is all for him. What you got for him, Aaron? What you got for him?
All right, so Drisco, you heard what Eagle Eric had to say. So what is your counter argument to combat that ferocious Eagles defensive line? Because he is absolutely correct. If you couldn't block the Falcons, how the hell are you going to block Fletcher Cox and company?
Well, this is the thing, Almar. I'm glad that he did point out those things. One, yes, is Fletcher Cox just an extraordinary talent? Yes, he is. Will he be a job or a handstill within itself to block him for our offensive line? Absolutely. But let me just say this. Who has one of the best offensive lines in the league this year? I think New England Patriots in the top 5. So protecting Tom Brady, I'm not too worried because guess what? We played the best. One of the best front sevens in the league 2 weeks ago. How did we fare well, guys? So I'm really not worried about the actual protection of Brady. I will say this. He brought up a good point. The 2 running backs, the dynamic duo, that 2-headed monster. If you're gonna play scared, because it sounds like that's what the game plan is, we're gonna be scared, we're gonna run the ball, we're gonna run the clock out. If that is the Eagles game plan, that's gonna be a detriment to them winning the Super Bowl because Tom Brady, unfortunately, don't play scared. Matter of fact, there's no Patriot that plays scared ball. Matter of fact, the black Tom Brady says, you can't be scared if you're going to play ball. So, the Eagles have a great defense. They do have a great defense. They played an exceptional offensive game 2 weeks ago. And if they don't bring that same intensity offensive-wise, Sunday, they will be first runners-up in the Super Bowl.
So Drisco, before I let Eric respond to that, let me ask you this. So you saying you don't think that running the ball, trying to do a heavy run game is a smart play to keep Tom Brady off of the field? You think that's scared money versus just being a smart strategy?
No, I'm going on exactly the words that Eagle Eric said. Eagle Eric said, I don't care if it's the first down, second down, or you get 1 yard or 2 yards, we running the ball. That's fine with me. If you don't get first downs, you won't be keeping the ball. So if you're gonna play scared you're gonna play scared and not let Nick Foles be Nick Foles and throw the ball when it's needed to be thrown or check out of run plays into pass plays, if you're gonna play conservative, you see where it left everyone else this season and last year.
Basically saying don't play like Jacksonville played the second half. Right, so you're basically saying don't play like Jacksonville played the second half. That's exactly what Jacksonville did the second half of that game against the Patriots. Just continue to run the ball up the middle. No creativity with the offense. Straight vanilla preseason type offense, and they ended up going home because they were scared to put the game in the quarterback's hands. And we saw the exact opposite actually from the Eagles and Nick Foles when they played their championship game. They let Nick Foles, like you said, be Nick Foles, whatever that is, but they let him throw the ball. And beat down one of the top defenses in the league.
I gotta go old school. Eric. I gotta go old school. Hey, Eric, go ahead. I know you're gonna let him talk about you like that.
All right. Well, first of all, let's be honest, okay? I'm not saying they're gonna run the ball, 50 times. I'm just saying they're gonna stick to the run on at least 50 basis. Right, and also if you've been watching the Eagles play, you've seen Nelson Aguilar get mixed into the running game. So it's a little more diverse than, I guess way more diverse than what you saw Jacksonville doing. But also, you don't want Nick Foles throwing the ball 50 times, right? Good 25, 26, maybe 30 throws is about the most I want out of Foles. Plus, running the ball usually means you're ahead, right? So I'm also sort of betting that the Eagles are going to be ahead most of this game when I say we're going to run the ball the most. Jay Ajayi, Clement, of course, Blunt. So, the strength of your team is there. That's what you build around. Why would you not do that? You're going to do what got you into the dance. The reason Foles had success going down the field was because the Eagles were able to run the ball. That's overlooked.
I got a question about your linebackers, though. The Patriots, they tend to use James White a lot more in the big games. Are y'all fast enough to keep up with them cats out the backfield catching the ball?
Kendrick's going to have a good game. I know he's ill right now. He's going to have to recover, but I think he did practice day. He's going to have to play well. Obviously, not having our starting linebackers hurts. But we've gotten this far without playing without those guys, so we'll see what happens. But I think the real key is going to be being able to reach Brady with 4 guys, and so you can zone up and not have to cover a lot of space. So we can get to Brady with 4 guys, and our defensive line rotates a lot, so they'll keep fresh, won't wear out like the Falcons did. I like our chances.
But Eric, is anybody on your team watching tape right now? Does anybody on your team not care about their family? They just tail all day. Are y'all ready for Tom Brady?
Oh, we're ready for Tom Brady. The question is Tom Brady ready for us? All right, see, if you watched last week, early in that game, Tom Brady was seeing ghosts. We talk about playing scared. How many times you see Tom Brady ducking people that wasn't even touching him yet? All right, so I don't want to hear about scared. I don't want to hear about Tom Brady. I don't want to hear about somebody who reached their athletic peak at 40 and doctor got kicked off campus, okay? Because we know something's up. All right, so.
Hey, Eric. Eric.
Yes, sir.
If I can, let's go back to the beginning when you said the Patriots got to worry about Cox, the Patriots got to worry about Long, the Patriots got to worry about you said there'd be no deflating of the ball, and you also said there's no one to look at past tapes of practice, correct?
Well, yeah, but we can't rule that out with the Patriots. You make a great point.
Well, Eric, listen, Eric, I only brought that up to say you did put a long laundry list out on all the stuff that you guys have made sure to solidify so the Patriots won't get any edge. I just want to make sure you don't have no excuses once they do win the Super Bowl, though. So if you got one, go ahead and tell us the excuse now so I can write it down. Because I don't want you to bring it out later.
I got you. Well,
let me ask you this.
That's all I wanted to say.
Let me ask you this, Drisco Ferarri, because, and this Diego, Eric, I think Eric brought up a good point a few minutes ago. We talked about Jacksonville's defense and how we expected their front 4 or 7 to get to Tom Brady. They're not deep on that front 7 like the Eagles are. He made a good point. The Eagles rotate them bodies out, and they stay fresh on that defensive line. And I think that's one of the things that separates them from other teams. So, again, if you consistently have fresh bodies in there, and we know what happens when Tom Brady get pressure up the middle in the pass. We know that's the kryptonite, right? How do you combat that?
Oh, great question, I'm sorry. Great question, Diego. I would love to answer by saying this. The reason why the Patriots, and this goes back to when Bill Belichick first got there, the reason why the Patriots don't go after the gaudy free agent or the big-time names coming out of college, they don't want those guys that's looking for self. They want guys looking for team that plays like a team and very, very intellectual players, if you notice, defense and offense. Now, I say that to say this. The reason why the Patriots are one of the best teams because they make the necessary adjustments. That's one of the things Minnesota didn't do. That's one of the things Jacksonville didn't do. If you play matter of fact, credit it to this. Look what happened at the second half of the national championship game against Alabama and
We're not going there tonight. No, we're not going there tonight, dog.
So you saying Hoyer's gonna come in the game? Like, where is this going?
I'm not trying to knock any team, but what I am trying to point out is that you have to be willing and able to make the necessary adjustments in the first quarter, in the second quarter, the third, and the fourth. You got to be willing. So the adjustment is, if the protection is breaking down, and Tom Brady might be getting knocked down, sacked, or might even cause a fumble or two, I got enough confidence that my coaching staff will make the necessary adjustments to combat that front 7 or that front 4 getting to Tom Brady.
Okay.
And also, the way you stop that is you run bubble screens and you run screen passes. And the Patriots are the best at doing that. You just said, what are they going to do to stop those 3 running backs and pretty much wide receivers?
Okay, so let me ask you.
I apologize. Hold on. One more thing. You said that their defensive 7, they rotate, so they got a good rotation, right?
Right.
Now, I could be wrong, but I've seen the whole year the Patriots are one of the best teams that can go no huddle or go fast, up-tempo offense. And what that does is it negates the defense from doing any substitution.
Oh, shit.
So I think my chances are real good, or should I say, I think the Patriots' chances are real good.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's say the adjustments that you're thinking don't work. Let's say the bubble screens don't work and they're getting pressure. And Philly brings a lot of slot corner blitzes too. Typically, teams will leave a tight end in to chip or help block. Gronk ain't that.
Nope.
But we got another big tight end, though.
What's his name?
Another big tight end.
What's his name?
You got me.
Exactly.
I don't know that.
He don't play that much.
I don't know the name, but he has caught 2 touchdowns this year.
Did you say 2?
And he's made some commitments. I think 2. Yep.
Okay.
All right, I got a question for Eric.
I'm not trying to say that he's gonna be an offensive threat, but just like you said, we just need an extra tight end in there for blocking. And then hold on, one last question: if the defense is getting that much pressure, who is gonna guard number 87? Because he is clear from concussion protocol.
Yeah, that ties into what I got for Eric. Okay, I got 2 questions for you, Eric. Who are y'all putting on Gronk? And as far as your I think you need a big game from Alshon Jeffrey. Do you think you can win the matchup against Lattimore? Not Lattimore. What's the tight end they got?
Gilmore.
Gilmore. There you go.
I'll go with that second question, I guess, since I already started. You know, as a South Carolina fan and watching tons of Gilmore over the years, he is easily confused. And, of course, Jeffrey's going against him a ton of times in practice. I guess he used to be roommates, all that good stuff. So I'm sure he's excited about this chance to go against Mr. Law, Stephon Gilmore. I think the dreads sometimes weigh his head down or something. He can't turn his head fast enough or something. And as far as Gronk, I would put either the safeties on him. I definitely think you're gonna have to be physical and hit Gronk. First time he gets the ball, somebody like Jenkins or somebody just needs to just give him a good nail in one good time to kind of set the tone. And let's be honest, right? He recently got cleared out of concussion protocol, so he's probably not even 100%. Probably still a little groggy. It's not gonna take much to send him back to the sideline. So he's gotta go ahead and set the tone, and that'd be a great person to do it with, especially now because he's not really as fast as he used to.
All right, Diego, put him on the hot seat. It's time to get these predictions. Put him on.
Okay, so we already know who we're going with. What is the score? We're gonna start with you, Drisco. What is the score of the game? How much are the Patriots gonna win by, and who is gonna win MVP?
Great question. I'm glad you got it. I got it all written down. My score of the game.
You got notes?
I don't think. Oh yeah, I got notes. I don't think that it's gonna be a low-scoring game, but defense is juggernaut. I think we're gonna have to score points to keep up. I don't think the defense is gonna play like y'all everyone's anticipating. So my score is gonna be New England 28, Philly 23, Tom Brady for MVP, and the way he gets to that, 3 touchdowns, 325 yards.
Ooh. Cut him up.
Okay.
All right.
Hey man, Tom Brady got to be represented by the black Tom Brady, so he got to have them type godly numbers. That's how we roll.
I don't know if Make America Great Again, Tom Brady would appreciate that, but we'll see.
All right, so Eric, he got 28.
I've never seen him wear a red hat. I've never seen him wear a red hat. So I don't think he agrees with making America great again. Now, is he a friend of Trump's? Absolutely. How many people are friends with Trump? But not a lot of them are out right now. But they are friends of Trump out here.
Okay, I'm not sure.
We all got friends right now. Stuff that we're not proud of.
Took us off track. My bad.
No. Right. So he's got the Patriots winning 28-23 with Tom Brady being the MVP. So he's got it as a close game, one-score game. So that means that any one little mistake, anything can flip-flop that. They can go the other way. Eagle Eric, what's your score prediction? Who's the MVP?
24, Philadelphia. 13, New England.
Whoa.
It's going to be a fast game. It's going to be a lot of running in this game. Eagles will win 24-13. Fletcher Cox will be the MVP. Strip sack or something like that, and I think that's going to be kind of the turning point. There'll be some sort of defensive line pressure to flip the field and give the Eagles a win.
All right. So there it is. So you picked the Eagles. I picked the Patriots, even though I would rather for the Eagles to win, but I think the Patriots will win. Drisco Ferarri has chimed in with the Patriots. Of course, Eagle Eric, he's got the Eagles. So we are going to see on Sunday who prevails, and maybe we can come back and do this again next week.
I got 2 points for we get up out of here. 2 points. Well, one's a question, one's a point. All right, Eric, does that inside of that jacket coordinate with the outside? I've been thinking it the whole time. Is the Eagles on the
You got to coordinate.
Well, a little bit.
Okay, you win.
The pants. I ordered them, but I think they're on that LeVar Ball schedule, so we'll see if they can get here in time.
And number 2, Eric, if you lose this game, Drisco Ferarri got you 2-0.
I know.
All right, so Drisco Ferarri, can you do this? Drisco Ferarri, can you do this for us? If the Patriots win, we come back on air next Tuesday. Can we get y'all back on here on Tuesday? And can you have that shiny Super Bowl trophy sitting next to you when you come back on the show?
You know what, guys? Let me just ask this question. Is it possible? I don't know the answer. Is it possible so I can do FaceTime? Because I will be at work on Tuesday. Is it possible to do FaceTime?
No, we don't have a FaceTime set up.
Maybe we can get them on Thursday. We can hold this because I want this.
So hold on. No. I'm off Mondays and Sundays. So if you want to do it the Monday after, hey, I might be in Minnesota, but I'll be glad to do a little podcast. I can do it with my laptop. You know what I mean?
Now, are you gonna be as glad when y'all take this L? That's what I want to know.
Absolutely.
Are y'all serving them hot, Derek?
Hey, Eric, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no losers. There's no losers. You know why? I would be so elated if the city of Philadelphia could win their first Super Bowl. That is one of the cities in America that could use something like this to be uplifted, to raise everyone's morale. Just to get Philly out of that focus. I don't mind that. I think they deserve it. I just think that it's just like everyone else when they ran up against Michael Jordan. Just bad timing, bro. It's bad timing.
Drisco, we about to get up out of here.
You guys have a great record against NFC East teams in the Super Bowl.
Drisco, we about to get up out of here.
What you got to say about that, Drisco?
Ooh.
I didn't hear the question, or I didn't hear the comment.
Yeah.
He said that the Patriots don't have a good record in Super Bowls against NFC East teams.
True. We lost to two of them. Well, we lost to one team twice. Too bad Johnny the Giant.
Yeah, well, post Spygate, y'all have been 0-2 against NFC East teams. I don't think that's question.
Hey, Eric, get one
Hey,
Super Bowl
you just worry about
first.
Brandon's steroid scandal that's about to come out, all right?
Eric, you got to get one Super Bowl first. You got to get one
let us
first.
handle that
Then
trophy.
start
All right?
talking.
We'll take it off your hands. I know to be the man, you got to beat the man. Y'all the man right now. You got a couple more days. You know, congratulations.
Hey, Eric, I got one request. I want to congratulate you for making it this far and having all the success. But when you say the Patriots name, I need you to put some respect on that thing, all right?
Drisco, okay, Drisco, there it is. Give me one of them old school yows.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Drisco, all right.
We
Appreciate
do.
you guys having me on, man. I do appreciate it.
Good time. Good time.
Now, Drisco, we appreciate it, man. Peace and love, and we'll holler at you next week.
Sounds good, guys. Hey, everyone be safe and have a good time watching the bowl. Peace
Yes,
out.
sir.
Hey, sports.
All right. Happy Super Sunday.
All right.
Don't bring your homeboy on here next week to jump my homie when y'all win.
No.
They'll be celebrating.
Like I said, the Patriots, they're the standard. So, even after we win, and you can't talk too much trash because, they've been there and done that for so long,
I'm just saying, you don't have Kane do no old school NWA run-in when y'all win.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Good stuff. Well, again, Eric, we want to appreciate you joining us tonight. Tell the people where they can catch you and Kane at on y'all show, what platforms and all of that good stuff.
Okay. Easiest thing to do is go to caneice.com, CANEICE.com. Subscribe, check out the shows, give us some thumbs up. You guys know sometimes we have some crazy antics, sometimes we have guests wearing luchador masks, things of that nature. But but anyway, hey, I appreciate being on the show. Of course, I'm a huge fan. Love checking you guys out. And love to get that little alert saying you uploaded a new show. So make sure you subscribe to this show. All right, do that first. And then go subscribe to my show, okay?
There you go. Don't forget that, people. It's the Kane and Ice Show. You can find them on the YouTube platform. They're on Facebook. They're on Twitter. Also, download that Fan Up Network app. It's over now, but go ahead and download it now so you have it ready for next year. A lot of good things coming from Kane and Ice on that side of things. Again, one of our Urban Arena affiliates, one of our brothers from another in this sports talk game. We're trying to get this thing popping in 2018. So we appreciate all the support. Y'all continue to support us. We'll do likewise. And we're going to get up here very, very, very soon. Again.
Yes, sir.
Shout out, Eric. We appreciate you coming through, baby.
All right.
Appreciate it, homie.
Down to A.
All right. Good stuff. Man, That damn Drisco Ferarri is off the chain.
Bruh.
Boys off the chain. Boys off the chain. But that's exactly what we was looking for tonight, people. Some good banter, some back and forth, chopping it up and having some good fun as we go into this final game of the NFL season. So, man, it's football season always come and go so quick.
Yeah, it does.
It seems like I should have It's So Hard to Say Goodbye queued up to play right now as we go.
Yeah, you need to, because come next I'm going to give you Thursday. I'm going to make your ass mad. All we're going to talk about is where LeBron going to go next Thursday.
Hey, man.
Notes.
Hey, man, I'm glad you didn't put that Golden State shit on the list today. Because as soon as I woke up this morning and seen that, I was like, all right, here they go with another story.
You know what? I didn't want to dignify it, because that would be the most suckerific thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah,
that one there didn't even that one is not even worth entertaining.
Exactly. So
why would they bring up a perfectly good team, have to trade Clay, gut the whole team to bring LeBron in?
Now I can see them doing something as far as, because Clay gonna get some real money offers next summer, but they ain't about to sit there and say we got LeBron, KD, Steph, and Draymond, and like 8 other dudes on minimum contracts. That's not gonna happen. Why? They don't need LeBron. They're winning. They don't need him.
Right, and when the report said that the Warriors have not even considered doing this, well, who the hell wrote this story?
Right.
if they're not even considering it, then why is this on our timeline?
And the worst part about it, KD's supposed to take another pay cut so they can get LeBron. That's not happening. That ain't happening. So. Right.
So there it is. We're about to get up out of here, people. Again, we appreciate y'all tuning in.
If I win the Super Bowl, I'm 2-0 against you since we revitalized the show.
What you mean?
I took the Falcons last year. I took the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go with that. I'll live with that.
I'm probably gonna take one.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll beat you in the 16-week challenge, though.
You know what? That's because I was wild for the night them first couple weeks because I was winning.
Yeah. I thought we both had our spots, because I think you beat me in both of the bets we had. I lost one bet when I had to dress up like Cam.
Yeah.
And then I lost the other bet the other week with the chicken wings. So.
Shit happens. We ain't gonna pick every one, but I know both of us went over 60% for the year.
There it is. That's all that matters. Hey, tell people to reach out on social media.
At ReK6000, holla at me. I talk sports. Carolina, win a fucking game.
Oh yeah, we gonna have to talk about this North Carolina team, because they are getting on my last nerve.
I'm sorry, but I'm frustrated.
It's all good. 1 week, I'm a little inebriated. Next week, you're a little inebriated. 1 week, I'm the one catching us FCC fines. The other week is you. It's balanced.
Cool this week, but I'm bothered by that loss last night. I'm bothered.
Well, the one last night, yeah, I mean, they were down like almost 20 though at the half, so they did fight back and got it close. Again, I think the night before last, we were doing the show, so I didn't get to see the end of the game to see how we ended up losing, but another L nonetheless. We young, so I'm still riding high off the championship from last year, honestly. And we can just get to the tournament and make the Sweet 16, I'll call this year a success.
Oh, that'd be dope. We get to the Sweet 16. That's dope.
Right now, that's looking real shaky.
Play Duke yet? Oh Jesus.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. All right, people. But again, we appreciate y'all joining us. Again, don't forget to shop with Distinct Finds on eBay, the Distinct Finds store. Use the AA Sports 10 promo code, and also don't forget to shop with our other sponsor, Notoriously Fly Urban Gear. You can find them on IG and Facebook as well. Order that gear up. Real nice stuff, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, it's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. We'll holler at y'all again, man. Y'all have a good week. Super Bowl, baby.